Black women make up 12.7% of the population, yet, according to studies cited in the Harvard Business Review, only 1.3% are in senior management and executive roles of S&P 500 firms, with 2.2% among Fortune 500 boards of directors. Furthermore, there is not a single Black female CEO in the Fortune 500. Dr. Lex Smith Washington, Assistant Professor of Management at Spears Business, wanted to know why this disparity exists and to identify the factors that help and hinder Black women in the workplace.
We started off asking Black women executives, what has been your secret sauce? What has worked for you? What has been great in corporate? What have been barriers?
The answers, Washington says, offer hope for a bigger breakthrough. The qualitative research project conducted by Washington and her 3 co-authors involved interviewing more than 200 women executives within 4 levels of the CEO and examining their experiences in the corporate world. 2 sets of interviews with senior-level Black female executives took place, the first in 2007 before the global financial crisis, then a follow-up in 2014. The time in between and the expanded experiences of the women provided optimum feedback.
The chance to visit with them twice, to pull together their stories, was something I couldn't turn down. And it forced me to learn some new skills in terms of research, but it's been one of the most rewarding projects of my career.
Some of the hurdles found in the research were common, including race and gender. Yet the issues documented by successful women weren't necessarily conventional, but often a product of intersectional invisibility.
So even though there are these Black women, they're the only one around, you would think that would make them very visible. Ironically, it made them also invisible. We don't like to talk about our race and gender. We're all afraid that we're going to say the wrong thing. And so frequently when you are the only one, people just avoid you. And so they found that they had to cross lines in order to develop key relationships, in order to attract and retain sponsors.
The researchers discovered a pattern of common tactics used by the participants in order to excel in their respective fields. Most of the CEOs interviewed considered themselves to have high self-awareness. From there, these women took the initiative in forming relationships and networking. That then led to mentorships and sponsorships among top executives within their companies, enhancing their visibility. In gaining credibility in their environments, the women often succeeded by taking bold chances professionally, proving themselves on the big stage.
And I can say, speaking as a Black woman, that many of their stories resonated with me, the stories around sort of the cultural upbringings that many of us have, where we learn to be very strong and to be very forward with our ideas. And so these women talked about that. They talked about not only being great at what you do, but also having the wherewithal to say, I know I have the requisite skills. What I need to do now is to convince you that this is the right plan. And so there was always this dance between being bold, but also bringing people along.
By continuing her research, Washington hopes that the lessons learned from these successful women can bring others along.
Part of what we're doing here is really trying to find that nugget that's not just about Black women, but can really teach lessons to everyone in corporate who feels like an outsider.